And now we are on to this list. This one was posted in the Pyro Prison Discord. It's a complete oddball list, never tested before. And I thought, why not? Shinobi's went 4080. Nice, Last God. Taking down FNM. We're going to try to take down our own FNM here tonight. Zozu is making an appearance. Zozu the Punisher. If you're not familiar with Zozu, Zozu is a fun ETB land punishing card, dealing 2 damage to the land's controller for things at ETB. So what are we doing? We're going to give them lands through Path to Exile. We're going to give them lands through Cleansing Wildfire. We hopefully will not use our own lands by playing Aether Vial. Flicker Wisp flickers mana. Oh! And one last thing. Not to mention that we have Tunneling Geopede here with landfall and dealing 1 damage to each opponent. And we have Fall of the Thran. But we have Manabarbs. We have Manabarbs. We also have Tunneling Ignis. We have all kinds of things that just enjoy lands entering. You can flicker fall. You have Manabarbs. You can flicker. We've got Monkey in here. We've got some Magus' sideboard. What is this list going to do? I have absolutely no idea. We're 2 colors running 6 Field of the Ruin and Ghost Quarters 3 and 3. We have a random Nykthos in here. I'm down for that. Who's ready? Who's ready to deflecting palm something and win the game, rip stuff apart, fury them away, and make them lose all their lands? After all, we have the combo. Fall of the Thran, rest in peace. Here we go. Not much to say. Let's go play some Magic. This will be our last league of the night as well, and we have no idea what the results are. Looking to go at least 1 and 4, hoping for that 2 and 3, and anything above that will be icing on the cake. Happy Friday, everybody. Let's play something a little bit different tonight. Oh, I'm excited. I haven't been this excited for a list since about 2 hours ago. Let's begin. And it will be the last league of the night, only simply because Magic Online is struggling with us, and I haven't quite figured out why. I mean, do I? You bet I do. You hope I face the Warp World deck? It's not playing lands, exactly. We'll put Aether Vial. Maybe I dash in Ragavan. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here. This is going to be a very interesting set of things to do. I don't even know where to put Aether Vial. I mean, obviously go 1, 2, but then 3, 4? 4 for Torbrand? Ah, what is this? Oh no, it's the mirror match. Oh, Sacred Foundry. Yeah, it looks like I could Zozu turn 2. Let's go for that. Let's try it. Yeah, if Monkey connects, Zozu turn 2. Otherwise, we'll do Aether Vial or have Bone Crusher or Path up next. Seems okay. Keep in mind, Zozu is symmetrical. That's the fun of it. That is the fun of it. All right, we got a 1-drop showing up here for my opponent. Ignoble Hierarch. 2 mana. Munitions Expert and shoots the Ragavan. So we have Goblins. All right, let's Ragavan again and Aether Vial. Pass turn. This is going to be kind of a tough matchup because my opponent is an Aether Vial deck as well. Luckily, I have, I guess, some removal. But this is gonna be tough because they kind of just combo kill us. They don't keep playing lands in the. They're just gonna use their Aether Vial here. They've already got 4 mana. They could play what, Ringleader? They play Ringleader, we're in trouble. It's a 2/2. I'll take 2. Could Coco, yep. Yeah, they got green. Skirk. Okay. What's that last card over there, opponent? Alright, Aether Vial going up here for us. Up. New Aether Vial. They have a lot of mana. Let's go ahead and path away Skirk here and attempt to attack for 2. Obviously, Aether Vial is on 2 right now. Let's see if we can connect, though. I'm so scared of this Aether Vial. Don't do it! Ooh, blocks. Little block. Okay. 1 card in my opponent's hand. They're fetching here. Blood Crypt. No longer green mana. No Cocos. Didn't play anything in. Alright. I'm good with this. It's good. 4 mana. Ringleader. That was the worst card for us to find. They get... Alright, Mog and Skirk. They can't play either of those, luckily for us. So we know they have those. We don't know if they have another 3-drop. Hits for 2. Looks like they're trying to protect us going after them. This gives other goblins haste. No. Alright, yes and yes to this. Going up 1 and 2. I don't feel like Zozu is the right play here. I'm thinking Bone Crusher this. Get in with the Ragavan. Hope that they don't have the 3-drop. Let's test it out. In we go. No 3-drop. Woo! Alright. And top of the library for them is a Munitions Expert. I'm kind of glad I got past that. Alright. So I'm going to be playing like a Fulminator or a Zozu down through an Aether Vial and probably just casting Bone Crusher next turn. And then what? My opponent will have infinite mana and I will have 2 Aether Vials. Cavern. Nothing on 3, so they either have another 1 or a 2 drop in hand. And then playing another land makes me think that they're not going to do much with Zozu. Opponent attacks for 2. Okay. Skirky. Mog. Okay. 1 card left. A lot of little tokens here. We'll send both Aether Vials up 3 and 2. I'm not sure what we do from here. Oh. If they play land, Zozu makes them hurt for 4. Hurts us too if we do the Field of Ruin, unless I fail to find. Can I fail to find off of this? I mean, they could fail to find too. Let's go ahead and play a Bone Crusher down. Let's just wait to put Fulminator or Zozu in. And hang back with, I guess, Ragavan. I don't feel like we're supposed to be on the defense, but I don't know where else to go here. Maybe they'll put a fetch land in and I'll Zozu in response. It's unlikely, but it could happen. All right, they lose Mog here. Got a 2/2 or two creatures. 2 cards in hand, not 2 creatures. Opponent does not attack. We'll go ahead and activate Aether Vial, put our Fulminator Mage in. I have some things on 2. I'm going to leave everything where it is, because I can play Torbran. New Aether Vial. I don't want to play that. Well, play Torbran. Pass the turn. I feel like I'm supposed to just put Zozu in. Let's do it. Put him in there. Make our opponent sweat. Am I supposed to attack with the Bone Crusher? Could. I like attacking potentially this next turn when I have like everything. They have bad blocks? They probably do, yeah. We also don't know if they got a 3-drop or not in the last couple cards. Oh, they're making mana here. I feel like their blocks are getting worse as they're removing their creatures, but they could put something like another ringleader down. Are they going to just Muxus me? Why aren't they tapping their mana? There's one card. 6, 7, 8. For 8? What's for 8? What is this? Each player chooses a creature type. Each player returns all creature cards of a type chosen this way from their graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, Muxus isn't legal. I'll name Elemental, I suppose. They get their ringleader back, which is pretty good for them, and they get to shoot like Torbran here. It's a lot of triggers. It's a interesting combination of things. Ringleader finds 4 goblins. Oh no. This doesn't feel like a good matchup. And they have 6 mana. 1 of black. So they play Sling Gang here. And kill me? I think they can kill me here. The Shalakmons plus Sling Gang here. Shalakmon's here, Sling Gang off this. Sacrifice. Lose one, what's this? Yeah, so it's 2 each. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26. I mean, they can just in response kill, do the cavern thing. Wow, it's a lot of goblins. So I care about the graveyard, I guess, kind of. target player loses. So I could ley Line of Sanctity. Guess some Rip Aparts are okay for their Aether Vials. Ley Lines and Rip Aparts here. Fall doesn't feel very good. Can cut one Manabarbs. Worried about Ragavan even getting through here. You think Fury Rip and Rip Apart? Fury's probably pretty good. So you don't think the ley line, we need it? What is this, abomination? Excuse me. Excuse me. Probably tunneling can come out. They don't have too many fetch lands. Get Deflecting Plum, something too. Let's try this. A lot more just removal. We need to keep them down and then get onto our plan of Zozu, Torbran, and maybe something else. Cut more tunneling and play Rip. Well, Rip. We didn't do that. Remember, we don't know what this list does. It's just a big mystery. Big confusion. We'll figure it out as we go. Alright, little Ragavan here, past the turn. I have a feeling my opponent will have some sort of blocker here for us. If not, it could be Aether Vial. That would be good. Auntie's Hovel, Skirk. Black mana, just kidding. Red mana, Skirk. So we're going to go ahead and Path so that Ragavan gets in, and then I can play Chandra. Unless I hit something super crazy. A 1-drop would actually be pretty cool. 1-drop and I play it off the mountain. Nope, Blood Crypt. All right. That answered everything. So we've got Chandra, Torch of Defiance next. My opponent can play a 3-drop. So we've slightly accelerated my opponent, but that's okay. That's okay. Hey, there's that Wooded Foothills. That would make tunneling a thing. Stomping Ground. New Skirk. Aether Vial, and Ignoble. All right, well. I feel like I just play Chandra and uptick here. My opponent's got 2 cards in their hand. Let's just go up for damage. Pass turn. We can defend Chandra here. We got extra monkey. We can defend. What are they gonna do? Kill us? Attack and cut off their potential mana? That's fair. I guess because I have another Ragavan, I could have put that down with the Chandra. It's got a Pashalik Mons. It's pretty good for them. They can deal 1 damage to stuff. Sack Ignoble, deal 1, swing in. Okay, well, trade. And trust my gut? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. They ping Chandra for 1. Big mystery. Oof. All right. Let's go up. I should probably be playing a land first in case I hit Torbrand. There's a rip apart. So let's kill Pashalik Mons. And what, Dashin Monkey? Dashin Monkey seems pretty good here. The dash. Dash. Whoosh. Look at it. We're doing it. We're doing it. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. We're winning. Top of the library for them is a Cavern of Souls. I kind of wish they had that. Okay. Your move, Mr. Hierarch. 2 cards. Aether Violet 2. Goblin Matron. 2-drop, 1-drop, something to set up things next turn. Munitions Expert for 2. Shoots Chandra. Attacks with Ignoble. Alright, so they kill Chandra here. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. We'll dash in Ragavan here. This is more just to offer a trade than anything. Matron will block. Oh, they double block. No, bring that back. Bring that back. That was good. Let's go ahead and flicker Wisp here. We're going to flicker the Aether Vial, I think, to reset their Aether Vial for them. We're such a nice person. And we'll use the last little bit to slap down a Ragavan. Their move. 1 card in hand. They get their Aether Vial back here. We do have a 3/1 flyer. That's pretty good. Currently have enough to cast anything that we draw. Goblin Matron's a pretty good one. They can find themselves another Munitions Expert and shoot the Flicker Wisp. That doesn't work very well for us. Oh, just a Tarfire. Shoots the Flicker Wisp anyway. All right, 1 card in their hand. Are they going to attack with something? I'll take the 2. If I have something that pops off Matron, I get to attack in. Nope. I drew Nykthos. I drew at Nykthos. This is probably not the best matchup for us to run into. Creature Goblin combo Aether Vial list. We want our opponents to be tapping their mana. We want them to be using and putting mana into play. Goblin Matrons galore here in game number 2 as well against us. I think we're going to be going to game number 2. In for 2, or sorry, yeah, match number 2. Going to 12. What do I need to get out of this? I don't need lands, that's for sure. They can hit me for a 2 again. We went and got what? Ringleader? We're going to refill our hand here. This isn't looking good. I like the tap of the Ignoble. They should just tap the Aunties. The Ignoble gives them a little more. All right. Or wait, was the bidding a tribal card? They have 4 in hand. That bidding was probably whatever. 4 damage, 3 turn clock here. I don't have any like board wipes. Fulminator? What does this do for us? They're going to just play a set of Mog War Marshals. Like I said, I have no board wipes. 3 drop. Goblin Matron. All right. You got it, opponent. You got it. I don't have a board wipe. You're going to just slap me down with them goblins. Not a great start for Zozu. Let's continue. That's okay. We're not here to win games. Like I said, 1-4 is probably the most ideal with this, but a 2-3 would be very welcome. Let's go. Let's find a match number 2 opponent. We got this. Hey, our opponent is 0-1 as well. And we play first. It's where we want to be. Nice. Let's try it. Let's try it. Aether Vial is not bad to see here. I'm not going to take damage initially. We got Cleansing Wildfire to draw us another card. Doesn't work very well with Fulminator, but that's okay. There's an Arid Mesa. What are we going to go get, opponent? Sacred Foundry and... Prismatic Endings are vile. How rude. How rude. I will take a land, hopefully. I'm going to need some help here. Come on, Cleansing Wildfire. We're kind of banking on that. Ugh. Blue. Jeskai. Uh-oh. Wow. Arid Mesa. Alright. I'm going to dash in a monkey and see what happens. Because I kind of need the mana. Got a lot of 3-drops. Uh-oh. Stomping Ground. Prismatic Ending. We have 4 colors. Bolt's Monkey. We'll pass it back. Looks like Fulminator is what I want to do now. Alright. Land. Yes. Get 'em. Remand. Remand. Obviously, I try this again. I'm not going to put tunneling in. Attempting Fulminator round 2. Opponent fetching. I'm afraid of a counter spell now. Steam Vents. Double blue is available for my opponent. Do they have the counter? Three mana. Let's wait to see what they do with this. What are you going to do with 3 mana? Alright, so they make a token here. They still have their green mana. If I get white source here, I'll attempt to Flicker Wisp the treasure. Otherwise, I'll Fulminator the Steam Vents. Teferi. That's fine. Alright. We're going to blow up the steam vents here. Just land destruction .deck. If they go down or down here, they do not. They make a crab. Now I need white mana. I don't hit white. Wanted white mana. Yeah, it's a creativity list for sure. All right, I think I need to go get white mana, so I have Flicker Wisp to at least use. We don't get to play anything but guarantee Flicker Wisp next turn, and my opponent's only got 2 mana. Then I can hope that the Flicker Wisp will be able to flicker both Crab and Clue, and my opponent's missing land drops here, is the hope. They downtick with Teferi to draw a card. They're looking for lands. Them not hitting here is exceptionally good. And we hit. That's not bad either. All right, let's attempt Flicker. So we can Flicker Crab here, I think, is what I want to do. And then we'll put a Ragavan down as well. This is looking good. You may have Crab. Oh, Crab's gone. Cycle's Clue. Okay, are they going to bounce something with Teferi here? What's interesting is we can keep them off of a land again with the Flicker Wisp, which I kind of like. We can flicker our own Flicker Wisp, then flicker here. They bounce Flicker Wisp. Kills Ragavan with a bolt. All right, well, let's dash in. Okay. We dash in. Top of their library is a Prismari command. Yeah, I'm wondering if like Zozu's a little more interesting. I think I want to play Zozu. The other thing is I could play Flicker Wisp and Flicker Ragavan, which is kind of tempting too. My opponent will need a fetch land, which would be 4 damage with Zozu. I actually like Zozu here. I think Zozu locks them out a lot more than anything else. Let's do it. Let's show them what's up. The Goblin Warrior is here. Good luck. Fetch land, take the damage. Fetching, take more damage. So if I hit a fetch land of my own, I think I can kill here. Oh, it's a Triome only. Down to 4. Prepping Bone Crusher. This deck is hilarious. It's hilarious. I believe I just dash in here and then I have Bone Crusher. I'm looking at tunneling like field or something like that. So they delay here, that's fine. We hit for 2 and then I Bone Crusher them. Yeah, we dash and attack. Oh, we got a win. And Zozu was the reason. You could even flicker, if you had the mana, we could flicker. We could flicker a land for them and kill them that way too. That's kind of a fun way to kill him. All right, so can we Deflecting Palm and Emrakul? Or are they going to get the dragon? And Magus is pretty good, it looks like, for this one. What does this list do? It gets the dragon, right? It doesn't go try to get Emrakul. Right, and then like Deflecting Palm, can this target Emrakul? Because it doesn't target, it just says the next time a source of your choice would deal damage. Prevent that. What's up? I was gonna say, I think it works. So I want Magus and probably Deflecting Palm. I want to get rid of probably Tunneling. Bone Crusher Giant could work. Tunneling Ingus might be okay. Cleansing can kind of mess him up a little bit. Probably get rid of some of these paths. Let's actually just get rid of the paths. Let's try that. That's fine, Shadowless. Do we plan to win any of this? No. It's fun. We're not going super hard on what we should and shouldn't have. All right, we'll keep this. We'll get rid of... let's get rid of Torbran. We're going to Ingus them. Ignis. It's Ignis. Oh gosh, another Deflecting Palm. All right, I need a little bit of white here, but we're going to get to put Tunneling and then use the field to get our white mana. Look at this. Oh. Ah, it's Ren in 6. It's perfect, except this is a 2-1. No. All right, I'm still going to play it here. Maybe my opponent won't read the card. What's that do? 2-1? Don't even know the card. Don't even care. They might also just be like, yeah, sure, I'll take 3. If they take 3 and work their way up to a Dwarven Mind, oh, no. Why would you do that, opponent? Kind of in trouble. We're kind of in trouble. All right, I'm going to play the Ghost Quarter here because it actually gives me Deflecting Palm and my opponent's sitting at 14. So if they do their magic stuff here, like right now, I may be able to get them a little bit here with potentially another dual land off the top. And then I can get white off field here if they can't do their thing this turn. It seems they've, I won't say goofed, but they're not doing what they think they're doing. Let's try to get rid of their blue. I want to go get white with this. They'll have to Prismari Command right now if they want to, unless they have a basic island they want to go get. So we'll get our plains. They do get basic island here. This doesn't do a lot. They can pick it up with Ren in 6. Manabarbs is hilarious. Should we play that? Or should I just leave up Deflecting Palm? Yeah, the Emrakul doesn't have haste, you're correct. Have a Manabarb. Have a Manabarb. I know, right? Testament? They delay Manabarb. Silly. Why would they ever do that? It's like it's calculated or something. Here comes an Arid Mesa from the Brennan 6. We can't quite do the Dwarven Mine stuff yet. They need more mountains, technically. It's another Steam Vents. I mean, my opponent's at 10. They're just slowly fetching and shocking themselves to death here. We might just get them. Hard Evidence creates Grab and Clue. Indomitable for Emrakul. Okay, I would like a red or white source here. Red or white source would be good because then I have double Deflecting Palm, and I think I'm going to need both. Red or white source. Yes! Alright. We're playing Magic. We're playing Magic. Alright, opponent. How do I feel about this? I'm very angry. I can cast this in response. Yeah, it saves me a turn, but I'm very angry because now the Deflecting Palm doesn't work. Before they draw here, I want to fire off again here. I didn't pick Emrakul. You should attack with Emrakul. You should attack with Emrakul. I'll lose all my lands. You should attack with Emrakul. Why would you skip combat? What a missed opportunity. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, you dumb Teferi? I can flicker Emrakul. I can flicker Emrakul. Alright, let's try to make this work. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? Let's get in a few Furies here. The Furies are interesting because they'll help us. Let's take out... You know what? Let's just take out our Aether Vials. So Fury will help us because we could exile, get rid of Teferi, and then I can stick with my Deflecting Palm. It's not guaranteed to work like that, but we'll try it. All right. Let's go Ragavan. Bunch of Fulminator mages. We might just keep blowing their lands up. Teferi is the fun police. We were just trying to swat back the Emrakul. There's nothing wrong with what we tried to do. Alright, Ragavan's in play. Let's get some damage going. Don't mind the den of the bugbear. Whoa, opponent. That was an aggressive. Ugh. Alright. We're going to put an Aether Vial in and pass. We have the den plus the Fulminator mages to come up next. We'll just start chipping away at their lands. That is what we do. We're not going to chip away that much. There's a Renin 6 now in play. Alright, Aether Vial up. Oh, I misread Den. I thought it was 2 or more, then it comes to play untapped. So it's not a fast. It is a fast land. We're good at magic. We're good at magic. Magica. Let's go. Aether Vial number 2. I literally saw 2 or more other lands, and I didn't read that it enters tapped. I thought it was otherwise it enters tapped. I got by the lands that I'm playing. It's okay. It's a 3/2 Goblin. Maybe we'll get him. All right, there's Teferi again. Yay. Yay. Just bounce the Aether Vial on 1. Nope, goes up to 5. All right. Send both Aether Vials up here. Manabarbs is a little ways away. Guess we'll Fulminator and kill their blue source. It's just frustrating because they get it back with the Renin 6. We're trying. Scalding Tarn in play. I'm pretty excited we took a game off of them. And we got Zozu to work. That's all the excitement I need in my life. Renin 6 went up here. Teferi's going up as well. Now Teferi's definitely outside of Fury's range. Makes a clue, makes a crab. Aether Vial's going up to 3 and 2 here. Top deck Field of Ruin. Play a Manabarbs. Let's go ahead and put Fulminator in and kill the Stomping Ground. Maybe I kill enough of these lands. I don't know. They do need so many lands to work here. They're going to tap to get this clue and take 2. The Teferi's a little weird with Manabarbs because they can just bounce it if they want to use some mana. Huh. They bounced Manabarbs. Surprising. Picks up another land with the Ren and 6. Scalding Tarn finds Dwarven Mine. I'm going to keep Aether Vials at 3 and 2 here. Opponent moves to discard. Discards a land. Okay. So 3 and 2 will stay there. We hit another Manabarb. Let's go after kind of their lands here. Let's just see how many basics we've got over there. Just keep shooting the stuff here. This is where if we had like Zozu in play or something, we'd be doing really good. Cycles a Triome. Cleansing Wildfire hits the island now. We draw a new card. It's a Flicker Wisp. On the draw step, we're going to get rid of Wrenn and 6. Okay. Wrenn and 6 gets bounced here. We are so annoying. That is what this list is. It is annoying.deck. We're just messing with my opponent's stuff all the time. All right, they play a Scalding Tarn. Every time they fetch here, they're taking damage. Okay, Steam Vents, fetch Shock. They're at 6. What am I going to do? Flicker Wisp, attack Teferi, and put a Manabarbs down? Come on, we're close. We're very close here. Three mana. Prismari kills this and makes a treasure, I think is what I've seen. Oh, draw 2, discard 2. Alright, so Flicker Wisp is dead. Okay. They're getting Wrenn and 6 back. Teferi is at 4. A Fury off the top would be really good, because I could get rid of the Teferi and put a Manabarb in play. So Flicker brings back Wrenn. We'll leave things at 3 and 2. Actually, should we... Maybe I should put them to 3 and 4 and 3. If I get a Torbrand and a... No. Let's stay at 3 and 2. This is a very interesting card. I'm going to put Manabarbs in. And then I'm going to try to Tunnel Ingus when they're doing a fetch land, hopefully. And maybe I can work it where I can Tunnel Ingus plus Ghost Quarter to get the last 3. We'll see what happens here. This is a very interesting spot. So they bounce Manabarbs here. Draws a card. Picks up an island. Plays island. Okay. Not a lot happening here with the crabs so far. I'm going to leave everything at 3 and 2, and I'm not going to put Tunnel in just to hide it for the moment. If I get like a Cleansing Wildfire, we can maybe do something. I think I just want to put another Manabarbs down, honestly. But they may have a Remand or something. Because they need another land. Has to be a second land. It's not the first land, it's the second land. I'm trying to replay Manabarbs, but I think this is getting remanded or something. Delayed, all right. So if I just put a Tunnel Ingus down and they play the island, then the next turn they just shoot it with Wrenn and 6. And the only thing I can do is a Ghost Quarter. So it wouldn't have done any damage. How long is this delayed? 3 turns. Obviously not coming back because of Teferi right now. Opponent picks up a Steam Vents. They've gone from their fetch lands to all of their other lands now. Rightfully so, I suppose. It's a Nahiri. That's mildly terrifying. Well, we might have to put Tunnel in with the idea that I can potentially hit the Teferi if I can get rid of the crab somehow. Or if I get another land for the den. Okay, so this is a no and a no still. Top deck is a Cleansing Wildfire. So Nahiri can exile the enchantment. This is 3 damage to that player. I can hit them for 3 right now. Because I can ghost... Well, I say I can ghost quarter in stuff. They can just ignore putting the lands down too. This is where this gets weird, because they don't have to find cards. I'm going to play another Manabarb here, and I think I'm going to attack. No, I don't need to attack. We'll just sit back. I don't think I should have the tunnel in. I was thinking I needed to attack the Teferi, but now they have to like exile the Manabarbs here. They take too much damage. So they shoot tunnel. See, I should have tunnel still in my hand for the Aether Vial at the end of this with Manabarbs in play. So now I need like a Fury. They're just going to ignore playing with Manabarbs in play. So Fury here opens myself up so that I can kill Teferi and have Deflecting Palm open. My opponent will have Counter Magic open though. This is close. A lot closer than I would expect. Okay, let's say no and no for Aether Vials. Manabarb suspend down to 1 or whatever it is. I'm going to take damage with Manabarbs, but I'm going to try... You know what? Oh, I can't undo that now. I was like, I could do something different. But we're not doing anything different now. Just do a Cleansing Wildfire to draw a card. The Varian Kraut, what's up? Thanks for the sub. 5 months. Welcome back. Well, looks like Emrakul kills us. Bummer. The Teferi stopping our Deflecting Palms. Just like, just kill her. Just kill her. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. All right, you got us, opponent. Oh yeah, Manabarbs. It's not doing a whole lot. I say that. If my opponent couldn't bounce it like they were doing, that's okay. We went 0-2, 1-2. It is now time for the 2-1 with this. It's all spice. It is all spice. It just is spice. It is the F&M of F&M decks. This is the I opened up some sweet cards. Let's go. I'm gonna try it. See, it's like, I've never seen a hand like this. I just want to try. Exactly, all kinds of punishment for land plays. That's the theory. Yeah, every turn. Why are you doing that, opponent? Why are you playing that? Why are you playing that? Steam Vents. Steam Vents tapped. All right. Let's go ahead and get down an Aether Vial. My opponent has blue over there. Feels appropriate to possibly do this, save ourselves a Ragavan, put a tunneling down, stuff like that. Yeah, Dingus Egg. Dingus Egg was suggested by the person that posted it in the Discord. All right, opponent. Shall we dance? They're like, I don't play fetch lands, can't afford. Resolves. That's fine, Fluffy. You play your 2-1. Oh, I thought that was a Scalding Tarn. I got super excited. All right, monkey in play here. You'll regret letting it resolve. Exactly. Up to 2. Let's attack for 4. 4. Did we just connect for 4? Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it. We hit for 4. Sure. I just want another creature. I just want another creature. I don't have shamans. I don't have wizards. Who plays those? There's another island. I'm getting real nervous. I'm getting real nervous here. Board wipe? Okay. I can hit them for a ton of damage next turn. Watch this. This is going to be great. I hope they don't have a way to... I hope they don't have a way to stop the Cleansing Wildfires or the Ragavan here. This is going to be great. We'll go up to 3. Oh, yeah. With a Flicker Wisp, too. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then double Cleansing Wildfire will be 6 damage. And then I can flicker. Oh, watch this. That's a cool card. Watch this, everyone. Cleansing Sulfur Falls. Oh, I guess the prowess would have mattered. I don't care about the prowess. I'm getting excited about killing them this way. This is going to be glorious. I can't do it that way. I want to, but I can't do it that way. Cleansing, steam vents. I think I have enough damage. I'm going to be really sad if I miss the prowess. Cleansing wildfire again. Ingus, trigger. Ignis. I'm saying ing, but the N is on the other side of the G. Bam. Take some damage down to 3. Flicker Wisp. Here, opponent. I'll give you your mountain back. How's that? Okay, we could have gotten in for a little more with the harmonic, but you know, harmonic's not our card. I can't believe that just happened. That was great. I don't even care what you're doing, opponent. So Ragavan's a busted card. Maybe. Maybe. All right. 2 ley lines. Go. Why? Magic. If you're thinking too hard about this sideboard, you need to take a chill deck to your next F&M. Just, zen out. Meet your opponent. Chat. Chill. And try to Manabarb your opponent out of the game. It's not about thinking, but feeling the spice. Exactly. Yeah, that would have been nice. My opponent's probably gonna multi-spell. That's what they probably are going to do. Let them try. We're going for that 1/4, ladies and gentlemen. That's all you need. That's all you need. Here we go. Here we go. We're up a game. We are up a game. Ooh. Ley line, but no red. I don't think this is good. Do I play a lot of off-meta decks? My main deck, I've been told over and over again, is tier 25 garbage. You decide. We'll mulligan this. We do need something a little bit better. We'll keep this. Ditch an Aether Vial. Yeah, we play fun things. Fun things. You found the right channel. Shinobis. Didn't I put an Aether Vial back? Play Shinobis. We play Red Prison's a predominant thing. We play Rack, Black Prison. Naya Miracles was Wednesday. Yes, Naya Miracles. What else have we played that's been a little bit different? Marlin Arbiter Lock. Blue-White Silence Lock with Isochron Scepter and Silence. What else? What else? Ninjas. That was kind of under Shinobi, though. Grixis Coco with the spell Coco thing. It's kind of messed up. I guess I'm playing Aether Vial and passing. Anyway, here it comes across anyone playing. Guys Will, aka Green Yawgmoth Will, according to spoiler comments. Oh, we've played that bird, the Beck and Call Elves. We've done that. I don't know. You can check out our YouTube and kind of just like see what's there. Do they all play well? No. Do we play them accurately? No. Do we get told we play them inaccurately? Yes, all the time. Do I care? No. Do you care? No. I'm here for fun. Magic's fun. Let's play Ragavan here. Maybe Ragavan can connect and help us with our mana issues. Too many triggers. Can't get to attacks fast enough. Opponent gonna kill us. Well, we hit a land. We kind of need a little bit of help here, though. Get him, Ragavan. We have Zozu. You ever play Teferi's Puzzle Box combo with Narset? It's already buried in another list with Karn and Knowledge Pool and Magistrate. We're going to wait to put Aether Vial up to 3. Then I can like cast Zozu, or I can put it in through Vial. I'm really afraid of counter spells. Yeah, Zozu is okay in Modern. It doesn't do a lot. Let's just say that. This deck is very hard to win with. I can be honest. It's not easy. Okay. I almost feel like this is worth a path here. I sort of hate pathing it, but I also sort of like pathing it so that Ragavan can get in. And I need to do it now so I avoid Force of Negation. Extra land for my opponent. Maybe I'm supposed to wait until playing Zozu, but who said we were playing this optimized? No one, so we're good. We're good. We don't even know if we want to play Zozu yet. We won't even have the mana, really. Oh, well, we drew the mana, so, you know, we're cool like that. In for 2. Getting it done. Getting it done. We're almost to Manabarbs. Ragavan connects. Aether Gust. Nice. We're going to shock in here and put Zozu down and leave Flicker Wisp to protect Zozu or Ragavan. Been working on Cloudstone, Curio, and Wish deck for Modern. You can buy a list for me to play. It's on my website. I typically play them Wednesday, if I do. Oh, I'm getting countered. I'm getting countered. Man, I'm like super tempted to flash in this Flicker Wisp to stop this. I'm going to do it. We're playing an unconventional deck, and we're going to do unconventional things. Got him. Flicker this. No draw for you. Ha! Unconventional plans lead to unconventional results, and unconventional results sometimes lead to unconventional wins. Look at that. They're stunned. They don't even know what to do now. Anger. No! Leave it alone! I'll go get some white mana. Ow, Zozu. Stop it. Stop hitting yourself, Fluffy. Brutal. Brutal. We thought we got him. And now we're going to have a land ETB here off the Flicker Wisp and hurt again. It's just going to hurt. It all hurts. All right, Aether Vial remains at 3 here. I was about to play it, but I don't want to. It hurts. All right, attack for 7. Probably going to put Manabarbs down. They give me a nothing. Do I want to put this down and save the treasures for after? Probably. Let's do it. Here you go, opponent. Enjoy your Manabarbs. Your move. What do you want to do? Don't mind my Nykthos. Oh. Yeah, Bavarian, sometimes you can join a community. We put restrictions on Evan's community cups and in Avaros's Discord. So we join those, and those are a little bit different. Those are kind of fun. Yep, I just Manabarbed a player in Modern. Oh! Ow! They're like, We'll yield the Manabarbs. It's gonna Gonna do some damage. Opponent's down to 7 here. We're gonna F6 through our turn. We're empty-handed. Harmonic is in play. Aether Vial is gonna sit at 3. Putting up to 4 would be okay because of Torbran. Zozu's legendary, for what it's worth. Zozu's legendary. I'm gonna attack with everything though. If they want to block Zozu, I can put a new Zozu in. This hits for 5, and now they only can tap 2 more mana. What a world we live in. And they can't play a land either. Go. We're up a game. Manabarbs and Zozu. Bonus Zozu. 12 life to 2. 3-1 Flicker Wisp. GG's. We got it. I told you. We win. We win. Oh my gosh. If we were to get Torbran down, Manabarbs deals 2. Sorry, 3. So it's a bolt every turn. And Zozu deals 4. Oh. Play land. It's game over. We got a 2-0 there. Manabarbs and Zozu getting it done. Torbran plus Manabarbs or Zozu's pretty crazy. It's not an 0-5. We accomplished our 1-4 that I was hoping for. Get Zozu'd. I think they got more Manabarb than Zozu. I got Zozu'd. They kept cleansing Wildfire and I Flicker Wisp to prevent a draw. You know, I think Zozu's out to get me. All right, let's see here. Match number 4. We got 2 matches left for the night. Playing whatever this is. Zozu's Hate Land Punisher in Modern. That's exactly. Symmetrical effects are hilarious. Just need to do some Fall of the Thram plus Rest in Peace. We've already done that before on the stream too. Exactly, Last God. Zozu almost was my commander for our group. Just saying. All right. We get to play first. This hand's garbage. This hand needs a lot of help. Let's mulligan. Okay. We can keep this. Keep, get rid of Ghost Corridor, play Aether Vial, and go from there. Ship it. Ship them all. Opponent mulls to 5. Well, maybe with our Ghost Corridors and Cleansing Wildfires will be good. Part of me thinks that Leonin Arbiter belongs in this list a little bit. Because you can, like, prevent yourself from actually searching or getting things or whatever. But it would also, like, really be detrimental to your opponents. And so when you finally do get Zozu in, they might be, like, a land down or something. Shared Fate. If a player would draw a card, that player exiles the top card of one of their opponent's libraries face down instead. Each player may look at the card exiled, may play the cards. Nice. All right, we've got a tier 1 meta list across from us, and we're playing Zozu. We're playing Zozu. Let's go. Shouldn't be a problem, right, everyone? All right, Aether Vial up to 1 here. Do I want to draw or put Tunneling? Let's put Tunneling down. I know they have a Lava Dart they just pitched. Just gotta show them what's up. We can beat tier 1 lists. We can try. We might struggle a little bit. This list shouldn't be playing too many lands. Although there's an Arid Mesa. Plays a Soul Scar and does not attack. Dun dun dun. Alright, Aether Vial up to 2. Bone Crusher. I feel like Bone Crusher needs to kill Dragon Rage. Let's see if they fetch. If they fetch in response to the fetch, I'll go after it. Next turn could get pretty wild with Flicker Wisps and Cleansing Wildfires. Starting to do a lot more damage to them with their Arid Mesa too, if I get to keep tunneling around. Alright. In response to this, let's go ahead and kill the Dragon Rage. That one scares me the most, because it can grow. I could have Ghost Quartered them to hit him for 3, but that sounds like a recipe for getting blasted by some, like, double bolt or something. And I'm not ready to get blasted that hard yet. So my opponent plays slower because of Tunnel. It's not going to be the case all the time. Manamorphose. This next turn's probably going to just be Cleansing and then, like, Flicker Wisp their land or something. They're filtering their stuff a little bit. Double Manamorphose here. I'm afraid we're going to lose Ignis. The Tunnel. Okay, Stormwing. Do they just Lava Dart and swing in for 4? Oh gosh, Mountain. Man, I would. I'm not a good prowess player, but I'd just whack this little creature off. Oh, this is the second time we've run into prowess tonight, Last God. Everyone playing prowess. Prowess is everyone's favorite. Proteus Staff is a weird card. Oh, we're a little ways away from this. Okay, I'm probably just gonna Cleansing the blue source here. That's rude, opponent. And undeserved. You getting Flicker Wisped. I'm saving Tunnel. I'm not trying to do 3 to them. I'm saving Tunnel. Saved. We did it. They're going to Lava Dart it too. Tunnel's down. Tunnel's dead. I like how they didn't kill Flicker Wisp. They're more afraid of the Tunnel. Alright, let's see what Cleansing Wildfire gives us. We're going to get them off blue here. Theoretically. Land? I do need land, so I'll take a land. Nope. Alright. Fulminator Mage doesn't hit anything. Except all my lands. Well, they attacked just for 1 here. I'm not going to trade Flicker Wisp for a Soulscar Mage. In response to this, let's go ahead and put Fulminator Mage down. If I get a land, I can also follow with a Bone Crusher Giant. And we'll put this up to 4 for Torbrand next turn. Dang. That'd be some Torbrands. Cleansing, trying to draw a card here, specifically a land. Get more Bran. More Torbran. I'm so far behind. I'm so far behind. And they just scoop. I'm winning. Furies, deflectings, and rip aparts here. Fallout. Tunnel's probably okay to cut. Tunneling Geopede. 1 Manabarb. 1 Ragavan. Let's go. They just got so frustrated. We got them, and they don't even know what we're doing. That or they had pity on us. I'm just bringing in like a lot of removal, a lot of things that reflect things back. I still have the main plan of getting Zozu down. Not going to do the tunnels so much because them fetching and things like that's just probably not going to happen too often. Let's see here. Opening hand's okay. We'll go ahead and keep. We'll play the Bugbearer correctly. Oh, Bavarian, we never get tilted here. I think I've walked out for dramatic effect a few times. But no, we good. All right, a little Dragon Rage to start things off. We'll wait for a second thing before we burn our Fury on this. We'll start with Den of Bugbear. That's right, we're even playing this. We're playing it all. Mishra's Bauble here, getting rid of a Mishra's Bauble. 3 cards, 4 cards. I'm hyped. This is good. It's good stuff. Magic Online's been behaving the second half of the night as well, which is good to see. All right, Bugbear go. That's right, Bugbear go. I just want to play Paper Magic, be like, Bugbear go. What? Bugbear. All right, it appears my opponent's got some Spire Bluffs here, getting rid of an Unholy Heat. I'd like to see like Ragavan here, Fury, pitch it, kill 2 things, hold Fulminator for the following turn, and kill a land. My opponent's only got 2 card types, and Dragon Rage coming in for 1 Bubble Trigger. Alright, Sacred Foundry, don't want to do that yet. We're going to give myself the option of Path, and we'll pass the turn. Because I'd like to just cast Fulminator Mage. Just cast goodbye Spire Bluff Canal. Always burn the lands, exactly. Manamorphose. What would be good here to see is a Stormwing and not a sorcery go to the yard here. And if I can do that, I could do the Fury and kill it. And it'd be really good if I draw a red card for Fury to do that and then Fulminator to kill 1. Because right now, unless they have mutagenic growth, I can kill both of these. And I may still try this. Oh. Mountain. There's only 2 card types, so I'm feeling confident that I can at least kill something here. I probably now just Fury and try to kill Stormwing. Red card. Okay, Ragavan. It's good. Let's do... Unfortunately, I can't flicker the Fury. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and put Fury in, though. You like Path and Dash. You like Path and Dash. You just want to hold the Fury? I'm not convinced I would get both mortal. I would at least get dragon. See, I think I could try for it. Dragon Rage won't grow. Stormwing could grow 1 point and I'd miss out. I think it's worth a risk though. Like Ragavan I don't think wins this game. But maybe neither does Fulminator. Maybe I'm supposed to try to do this with Fury. And then when I fail, I Ragavan in. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit blended here. We're gonna get rid of Fulminator. We're gonna do Fury 3-1. This won't grow. If that's the case, Path and then dash in. And then this is saved. I like this. We're like Path dash, Fury dash, pash, wash. Yeah, this feels good because then this will burn a spell trying to defend the Stormwing. I know I'm kind of like burning, but I'm going to also get Ragavan potentially in. So 3 and 1. Do you have an instant speed spell? They do. Perfect. All right, Tarfire's me. That grows Stormwing. We're going to wait until Dragon Rage finishes here. They can't get the Delirium. They got close. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Tarfire will put a Delirium, won't it? Because it's also tribal. Oh, man. Blowout. Blowout. I just got wrecked, everyone. Oh, tribal. Tribal smack me. All right, we're going to Path Stormwing still, and we're going to rush Ragavan in. Tribal was the only way to get that. That was nifty. Nifty. All right, but it's 16 to 18, and I have a little more mana than them. Shoot. I could hit a Tarfire, I could hit a Bolt, I could hit an Unholy Heat, and we're good. So, prowess. Do your thing. Give me burn. Burn off the top, right here. Arid Mesa. What kind of burn player are you? All right. We get Ragavan back. We got the Flicker Wisp. We got an extra treasure. Unbelievable. You would think they would have something. Where was that? Why couldn't I have exiled that? What about a Bobble? You've already used 3. Where's the 4th? I mean, we look pretty good if we top deck the other Fury. We have ways to get rid of Channeler, so... Oh, dang it. They found Stormwing. We're dying. We're dying. They attack. They have to. I flicker Stormwing and rush in again. And then we see if we can kill the Dragon Rage off another Bolt. Let's go again. Woo! All right, 13-18. This is closer than I thought it'd be. Fulminator Mage is not what I want to do. All right. Let's shock in. No fear. All right, Flicker, Stormwing. When this ETBs, they get the Scry, don't they? Yeah, give it to them. Don't care. Quality play right here. Dashing Monkey. We're looking for Bolt off the top so that we can kill Darcy. They put a land on top? They could later. Not right now. And they played Expressive Iteration. Their last Scry was not that deep. So this is a random card. Bolt, 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 bolt. Fiery Islet. What kind of player are you? Where's your burn? No, I don't want to give him back the Stormwing. Oh, I got blown out so bad earlier. I'm crying on the inside. on this note, we might have to be done after this match. We'll see. We'll see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm pretty sure I can concede. We'll go to game 3. Yep, Bone Crusher wasn't going to do it. Okay, game 3, no changes. Let's just send it back. A lot of removal. We can do this. This is good. This is good. This will be the last match, though. I do need a run after this one. So we won't complete all 5. Let's see if we can get the solid 2-2. Maybe we'll just save the last one for YouTube. Keep the initial hand. Looks good. Let's rush it in there. Believe in the monkey. Bam. See if they can get rid of the monkey immediately. They're fetching with Wooded Foothills. The other reason I'm going to go is because Magic Online's being dumb. Tarfire's Ragavan. Ragavan is dead. Let's put an Aether File in. Let's put a Sunbaked Canyon and pass. It is, except it costs 4 to activate. So it's a lot. It is a lot. We put Sunbaked in because I could path something here. More red for them. Swifty. Anything else, opponent? I'm going to take the 1. It's 1 either way here. I don't feel like necessarily just giving them more lands just yet. Aether Vial up to 1. That's not good. That's not good. Let's go ahead and hit one of their lands here. See if we can draw anything. Wow, do they only play 2 basics? Well, shoot, I might hit this Swift Spear then. Dang, hold on. That seems aggressive. Bloodstain Mire. Okay, all right. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, opponent? Steam Vents. I know what I'm hitting with Fulminator Mage and Bobble. No basic islands either now. They target me to see what's on top. They're taking a moment making me think it's a very cool card. I mean, I can feel the Steam Vents at this point. I'm going to take the damage, I think. Wait till end step and then path. I'm waiting here in case they play something else that's big or whatever. So let's go ahead and path this. I do feel like I'm in a relatively decent spot. A lot more decent than I thought it would be. So they shouldn't get anything because they didn't get anything off the Cleansing Wildfire. Okay. We're going to send Vial up to 2. Oh. Oh. I think I love to do cleansing first, but knowing that this is going to just stone rain them pretty much mostly out of the game, I'll just do this. Yeah. It's good. Cleansing. Come on, Magic Online. You can do this. We did it. We're 2-2. We're 2-2. My opponent's playing 2 basics. I think that's a rough. Aether Vial. We got Zozu coming, which would be really punishing for them the next turn. We have a Fury coming as well. This game's locked up. Locked up. 2-2 with this list. Come on, View Deck. Unfortunately, I'm going to need to go. But I'm going to hold the league here. I will remember to record the last part of the league and we'll attach it. I'll splice it together for a YouTube thing. It is a good one to end on. Here's the list. My thoughts for right now. It doesn't do enough. And then at the same time, it does enough. I think Fall of Thran is a little ambitious. I think Tunneling Geopede is also ambitious. I also believe Tunneling Ignis is a little bit ambitious as well. I'd cut 1, 2, 3. I personally would then play something like Seasoned Pyromancers, like 2 of those, cut 1 path, and play 2 Prismatics. That's what I would do at the start of this. Sideboard wise, I actually kind of like it. Maybe 1 less Deflecting Palm, just because we can't seem to get it to work against a fairy. For an extra Fury would probably be fine. You could probably play Eidolon in the spot. That's probably not a bad idea, Mortal. You could certainly do that. But we're going to 2-2 here. I'll hold it. I'll record the other one sometime this weekend. We'll splice them together and I'll get them on YouTube. So we'll have a little bit of Twitch replay with a little bit of YouTube exclusive as the final one, just because ran out of time. But this list is fun. I liked it. Hello, YouTube, and perhaps Twitch. We have the final match of our league from the stream last night. We were not able to complete things. Magic Online's been a little bit laggy and causing some of our streams to go a little bit longer than we can actually be live for. So we've got an interesting list here. We're currently 2-2, so this will be the final match. A lot better than we thought we'd be doing. We thought we'd be going 1-4. So what is the list doing? Real quick as a recap, we have Zozu the Punisher, which deals damage to anybody, symmetrical effect, 2 damage anytime a land enters the battlefield. Tunnel Ignis does stuff similar to it. We have a Tunneling Geopede here as well. And to round off the mana hate, we have Manabarbs. The general idea here is maybe Aether Vial, so we don't have to use our mana as much or put mana into the battlefield. And then basically cycle through my opponent's lands. Things like Cleansing Wildfire, maybe Flicker Wisp, maybe a Fall of the Thran. We'll see, we'll see. Path to Exile can become a hit for 2, depending on if you have Zozu, or maybe even more with Torbran. That being said, this is our list. Let's go ahead and find that opponent. Let's play some Magic. This is the first time we're also recording with our new sound interface, so hopefully things are synced up and looking good. If they are not, please let me know. We'll work to fix those and make the streaming experience better for all of you on YouTube and on Twitch. Maybe I'll get to play another league recorded. I do appreciate everyone supporting us on YouTube and allowing me some time that is not dedicated to recording videos. Although I do miss it, it has given me some time to do things around the house and with the wife. So thank you for your support and also being cool with the 3 times a week uploads. We found our opponent. Let's see if we can get that 3-2, which would be mind-blowing. Mind-blowing indeed. We've had some interesting rounds here. We are 2-2. Don't know what my opponent is, as we don't have Twitch chat open to see what MTG Bot's saying, so we'll just assume they're going for their 5-0. Let's see here. We've got a Cleansing Wildfire, Field of Ruins, Aether Vial, and Manabarbs. A lot of the games that we've played thus far, we've kind of kept weird and strange hands. This will be no different. We're doing this more as an experiment, if you will, and we're hoping that it works out. Blooming Marsh for my opponent. We're going to go ahead and lead off with an Aether Vial here, sporting a Mountain, and go. What's kind of funny here is because we have the Cleansings and we have the Path, even though we have a Magus of the Moon in the sideboard, we don't really have many Blood Moon type effects for our opponents. All right, Wall of Roots here. It feels like Yawgmoth, and that's probably a little bit of a problem for us, considering Yawgmoth has combos, and combos are difficult. We don't have board wipes. Maybe one thing we're going to talk about post-game regarding what to keep and what not to keep. Aether Vial here going up to 1 after Ignoble, and Wall of Roots shows up for our opponent. They've got a lot of mana, and it's not all in lands. And hopefully my opponent's not having too much lag either. I've noticed a few people have had different lag issues. Let's go ahead and Cleansing Wildfire, the Blooming Marsh. This does shut off the Field of Ruins. That's okay though. Don't always need to have everything so perfect. My opponent does not go get another basic. You're telling me you only have the one basic, opponent? Seems incorrect. Court of Calling for 0. This would be a Dryad Arbor. Does this hit? Or sorry, destroy target non-basic land. I don't think I've had this interaction before. I'm going to be putting Ragavan down and then probably attempting Fulminator Mage if my opponent, if I draw my extra red source. Otherwise, we'll probably be using Field on here. There's Yagi. All right. It's not very good for Ragavan. I probably still consider it. Maybe I don't. You know what? I'm going to make them put it on their creatures. Let's take Aether Vial up here. I don't think Ragavan's really what I want. Fulminator, though. Let's go ahead and Fulminator Mage. Bam. Get out of here, Dryad Arbor. I do give my opponent plenty of black here. They do sacrifice. They got to put a 1/1 on something, right? Did they not have to put a 1/1? Oh, they put the -1/-1 on the Dryad Arbor. All right, Wall of Roots here. Opponent's got quite a bit here. Can attack me for 3. I'm guessing I'm going to be putting Tunneling out and then doing a Field on Twilight or Blooming Marsh here. Struggling a little bit because my opponent has a lot of mana that's through creatures here. Eternal Witness would be rough. Eternal Witness for Court of Calling. They did make 3 mana. Eldritch Evolution. It's problematic. I wonder if I'm supposed to Manabarbs next. There's Grist. Grist to make a token. We're in real trouble here. All right. Aether Vial up to 3. There's Zozu. I almost don't want to show anymore. They're probably not casting a whole lot. This only does each to opponent. What else does this kill? Sack, creature planeswalker, life loss, create insects. This is 2 damage to controller, 1 damage to each opponent. This is 1 damage to player. Alright. We're going to put Tunneling Geopede in, because that's not that scary. Doesn't give all the plans away. We get to deal a damage. I could deal another damage here, or I'm going to... In this case, I'm going to probably Manabarbs. I don't know if they'll waste Grist to kill a Tunneling Geopede. All-star uncommon here. 3/2 insect. Actually, can this kill insects? It does not have a clause that it cannot kill insects. I thought I had them for a second. Not that insects are super powerful. My opponent does play a land here. The thing is, if I had Zozu, I doubt they even bother playing the land. Decides creating insects is a better plan than simply... Well, they can draw, what, 2 here? They are going to draw 2. Killing both insects and getting in for 3, it looks like. Okay. Do you want to cast anything, though? This is the trick. Uses Wall of Roots. Sacrifice Wall of Roots, drawing a card. Attacks for 3. Okay. Not too scary. Alright, Aether Vial, we're going to remain at 3 this turn. Okay, so I can play the land, put Zozu down. I can double down on fields, but with the Manabarbs out, I'm probably taking more than my opponent is. Because they won't get lands that enter either. I could attempt to dash in a Ragavan. Let's go dashing. Let's yield to our Manabarbs. I'm feeling the balance of Manabarbs and our creatures is, shall we say, questionable sometimes. I'm going to attack them. See if I can get in for the 2. They sacrifice and just kill. Okay. Let's go ahead and put Zozu in and pass turn. This is an interesting game. My opponent doesn't have anything in play. We have a Manabarbs. Maybe I should have stopped on their draw and picked off something here. Okay, a little bit of damage here. A little bit of more damage. I take damage too with my field. As a Geist. Let's go ahead and Manabarbs here. I might not go get a land, fail to find, so I don't take more damage off Zosu. We're going to lose a lot here. They float mana. Oh gosh. So it's a lot of damage happening here. These are mine now. And field goes off here. I'm gonna go no. I don't want to land. I don't want to land. Zozu hurts. This comes in, they sack, it undies, they do it again. They can do it here too. Interesting, interesting. It's very interesting to see only the 1 basic forest, which makes me feel like we have quite a few things going on here. Proliferating. So they discarded a card and proliferated. They hit me for 6. Pretty close to just Very dead. We are. Grist is used at the end. Okay. Path and Torbrand coming. Okay, so what do we have here? I think Furies look pretty good. I actually think Magus of the Moon looks exceptionally powerful here. Rest in Peace looking relatively decent as well. Deflecting Palm, probably not. Rip Apart could be something, maybe the big Chandra. Fall of Thran, although it's hilarious with Rest in Peace, I don't think I want to be doing this. Tunneling Geopede I've taken out almost every time. Let's take that. Let's take a Ragavan or two out. Ragavan's probably not connecting. Maybe I take them all out. If we take 6 out, I get to play Fury Magus Rest in Peace. That kind of makes me want to do... Opponent doesn't do too much fetching, so the Tunnel Ignis is probably unlikely to do much. That could be Rip Aparts and Chandra right there. That would be reasonable. That actually doesn't look too bad. Fulminator hits quite a bit. They have a bunch of non-basics here. Cleansing Wildfire looks like it's going to be exceptionally powerful. My opponent could have things where Leyline matters. I'm kind of tempted to take out 1 or 2 Manabarbs as my opponent. Although they do tap for mana, they also have a lot of creatures that tap. So Manabarbs more likely hurts me. That could easily be just the 2 Leylines, just to avoid a couple discard spells. I think with that, I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to go really hard after their lands, see if we can just get them with the Magus, and then attack them down. It's a bit like Red-White Lockout with Zozu. All right, let's play first. I think I'm going to keep this. We have the ley line. We don't really have any land destruction, but we know the path isn't really going to give them too much. We're going to get an Aether Vial going, and we got the Chandra to clear up a few creatures if they get like 2 or 3 into play. It's not a bad starting hand. Is it great? Needs maybe 1 or 2 more cards. But I think it's okay. Well, Overgrown Tomb just taps that in. We're going to take Aether Vial up, obviously. Land draw would have been nice. We could always use Fury and path our own Fury. That's kind of like an interesting line. Blooming Marsh, Overgrown Tomb. Zulaport, Cutthroat. Totally fine. Don't need to do Fury just yet. Aether Vial going up to 2. We do hit a land, which is super good for us. Let's go ahead and do this to hit. I'm going to hit a land here. We are going to go get... Do I want to go get white or red? Let's do red. I know I don't get to path this turn, but we're going to work our way up to a Flicker Wisp, and I do want to be able to potentially cast Chandra and just work our way up to 5, maybe. It's not always what you want to do with the Aether Vial, but it is an option for us. The Ghost Quarter looks like it's going to take care of something as well here. Here's 3 mana. Evolutions straight up to Yawgmoth? Then land down tick kills Yawgmoth. That'd be great. Gets a Rex Sage, killing Aether Vial. Okay. I am okay with this. Very okay with this. Makes Flicker Wisp a little bit awkward here. There we go. We do hit, though. So I could Chandra down tick. I could also Flicker Wisp something away. I'm very close to getting the Fury down. I kind of want to just Flicker Wisp here. Flicker Wisp and almost just like Ghost Quarter. Let's just Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp. Let's leave up the Ghost Quarter. I'm going to flicker my Sunbaked Canyon for a potential draw. Cool. Got the path open as well. taking our time. I don't want to do Chandra down tick here because a Strangle Root Geist just comes and knocks her off. Kind of think Chandra is a good way to potentially win this game. There's 5 mana. There's Yagi. Kills and kills. Now a top deck land looks excellent here. I can make green off of my forest. Oh, we hit Big Chandra. All right. Hitting Big Chandra. I think my best line here is just to play Torch of Defiance, kill Yawgmoth while we have the chance here. See if they've got the haste. If they don't have the haste, I get Chandra Awakened Inferno down, which is super, super powerful. If they happen to have 2 Strangle Roots or something like that, we'll work on taking care of them. Wall of Roots is not scary. Good, good, good. Do we just evolution again? No. Bonus Wall of Roots. All right. Lots of Wall of Roots. So probably just Big Chandra and hope that they don't have something super busted here. Giving them plenty of mana to do whatever they want. We may be able to do Chandra plus Fury next turn. We could even do Chandra Fury right now and kill the board if we wanted to. 2 cards left for my opponent. We do get there. I don't know if the ley line helped us too much, but hey, we got there. So we have a chance. We have a chance at the 3-2 here with Zozu, the Punisher. Let's go. Let's go. I'm starting to see what I want a little bit more of in the list, and then I'm starting to see also what is and is not working. Ooh, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I think I'm going to keep it because we know they only have a very little amount of basics, and if I'm able to get this Magus down, we'll be in good shape. We can always kill the creatures before that happens. Let's go ahead and lead with a Field of Ruin and pass the turn. Got some Cleansing Wildfires that could kill my opponent's stuff too. Let's see what they can do to us. There's a Young Wolf. Not too problematic. Geist. So this is where like Anger of the Gods would be exceptional. We don't have that. So in for 3, my opponent goes. Really needing a red source. We missed the red source. Oops. All right. Can we buy ourselves enough time here with this potential Magus? Remembering Cleansing Wildfire gets us out of the problem of not having red mana. Yawgmoth is probably coming down here with the Urborg, and I think this is a combo kill from here. So I think we just got comboed out on turn 3. So no 3-2 here. 2-3. Even if I had the Anger of the Gods, I would have had to have Path in this case, it looks like. Or is this not a combo kill? Oh, it's not because they don't have Geralf's Messenger. We don't have Geralf's Messenger here. Geralf's Messenger would require... It would require all black mana that they don't have. So they're refueling their hand here. Magus doesn't block very well. Another Flicker Wisp. We're going to need a lot of help here. I think I have a small, very small chance to come back in this one. I will need path plus basic planes, I think. Because I'm going to hit for 5, 6, 7. So I have to be able to kill something here. Oh no, they can kill this. Never mind. What am I talking about? They just kill... They kill the Magus here. I forget Yawgmoth can target my stuff too. I'm thinking it's the Undying Haste stuff. We're good. I guess we can play it out. Sacrifice this, make this smaller. Sacrifice this, hit for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put me to 3. Oh, you can just sacrifice that one too. Draw cards up to 10. If they have another Geist, I think I actually lose. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Bird. At this point, I would redraw with the bird. Trying to find that last Strangler Geist. So I need a lot more spot removal here instead of the couple Cleansing Wildfires. Proliferate does it too. Nifty. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 exactly. Well, a quick conclusion here to Zozu's Mana Hate Punisher in Modern. But 2-3 results regardless. For a brew from the Pyro Prison Discord, definitely not bad. And it does have some cleanup. Let's get right into that and let's talk about some of this cleanup. So the list is very interesting. It does very cool things. I like the attacking nature of the mana base with Cleansing Wildfires. You have the Zozu, the Manabarbs. I like this style of play. It's very unique and very different. I think of all the cards going on here, Fall of the Thran, Tunneling Geopede, and maybe even Tunnel Ignis probably can go. When you start to cut this kind of stuff and you look at what we have left over, you're starting to look a lot like Red-White Lockout. To avoid going into Red-White Lockout though, let's focus on what Zozu can do for us, along with things like the Cleansings, the Flicker Wisps, and the Manabarbs. So with that, if we cut to just these cards here and looking a little bit at what our mana base is doing, here are the things that I would change. Nykthos, it's cute. It's not going to happen too often with even the ley lines. I know we have a lot of double pipped cards. Fix the 2 Nykthoses here. We need them to be lands that produce red or white. The other thing we could do with the Nykthos here is we could make it an indestructible land, giving us a little bit of value on our side with the Cleansing Wildfire. We don't want to play fetches necessarily. Because we're going aggressive at my opponent's lands, there are 2 ways to approach this. Tunnel Ignis is saying, hey, if you double down, fetch, then do something, take 3 damage, bam, it hurts. We can double Cleansing Wildfire. We ended up doing that in the league where we had Tunnel. We did Ghost Quarters and Cleansing Wildfires along with Flicker Wisps. Cool ways to do 3 damage. There's also just naturally Bolt. So what else could we be doing? I think because we have a very much lack of Cleansing Wildfire here to go get a land, but also the lack of fetch lands, I wouldn't mind seeing Leonin Arbiter sitting in this slot for the tunnels, maybe just 3 of them. And the reason I say that is because if we're making our opponent forcing them to play lands to get the value of Zozu, why not make it so that they're kind of restricted on their mana? Killing a land with Ghost Quarter, Aether Vialing in Zozu, and now my opponent's behind on a land and needing to play a land is probably a great way to tackle this. Manabarbs was sweet. I love the idea of Manabarbs plus Torbran. It never really came to fruition, but something like that would be pretty sweet as well. I know Fulminator Mages are in here in replace of, I think it was Molten Rain. What I would do here, if we were to open a new copy of this real quick, just to make the slight changes here. And since I'm off stream, let's go ahead and take but a moment here. Perfect example why Magic's been a little bit rough here. All right, so sideboard wise, we'll get to that in a sec, but I'll put 1 card off to the side. So Falls, Tunneling, Tunnel Ignis here, maybe Ragavan, maybe not. Let's not go there yet. And the Nykthos. So here I'm thinking Leonin Arbiter would be a good inclusion. Let's grab a few of those. Because we don't fetch, that can be for the tunnel here. So now we have a Fall Tunnel Nykthos Shrine. We need another red-white land here. I'm thinking it's just going to be, let's think here. What would be a good one? You could do a Needle Verge to have another land, but we want something to come into play probably untapped. Let's think here. Let's go to our trusty search engine. Legal in modern, please. Don't want an arid mesa. It could be like a battlefield forge is probably your best bet. A clifftop retreat's probably okay. Maybe not the greatest. You could do a Ramunot plus maybe like a Castle Vantris. Or not Castle Vantris, Castle the White Castle. You could do a Flagstones as well, which isn't too bad. We have a little bit of white. I would probably go with a, could even do Inspiring, but Inspiring's a little bit weird for that 4th mana. But maybe Inspiring is probably the best. Inspiring Vantage is probably the best replacement. Battlefield Forge the second. So I'll put both of them in here so people can see. If you're not doing, add a few more letters there. If you're not doing one of these 2 lands for the Nykthos, you could get a utility land, but I would probably maintain, like a Flagstones could be an option. I would probably stick to something that produces both colors. Rugged Prairie could be an option. You do have a bunch of fields and ghost quarters. Just something to keep in mind. So you got these lands here. This brings us up to 19 lands with the Aether Vials. I would maybe convert Tunneling Geopede into another land just to have it. Fall of the Thran here. So we're at this point. What do we want to do with this? I don't want Fall of the Thran. I kind of want to take a book out, a chapter out of Red White Lockout here and do a Goblin Dark Dwellers. And the reason I want to do a Goblin Dark Dwellers here is it's a nice top end. It's a nice top end, but it would allow you to recast Cleansing Wildfire for redraw. And if we're doing this, I would probably entertain the idea of 1 to 2 Molten Rains or Pillages, just because that's a nice versatile card to get there. The other thing that I could see playing, which is a little bit of an oddball necessarily, but sometimes it's fun to go outside the spectrum here. Maybe a Sun Titan. It fits the 6 mana that the Fall was hitting, but I would just be careful with you having so many of these, just 20 lands. The other thing that's probably just worthwhile is just bring 2 Furies in, and then maybe cut 1 Flicker Wisp, cut a Bone Crusher, swap Fulminator, maybe Ragavan doesn't belong in this list. Fury seems pretty good because if you can kill those mana creatures we were struggling with, you'd be top-notch good. So something like this, I know this is at 61 cards here, but if you want to stay on the Zozu plan, killing the mana dorks is important, killing the lands is important, and allowing our opponents to get the lands as well once you have Zozu down, probably not a bad idea. Incidental damage, 2/2, Little Goblin Warrior, pretty sweet. Sideboard-wise, I would probably do something more here for land destruction, whether it's 1 or 2 Pillages. I could take another Ley Line, maybe 1 to 2 Sanctifier or Auriok Champion style effects, maybe something to gain life. The Deflecting Palm is cute. I would probably just entertain cutting most of these. Something that kills Planeswalkers wouldn't be bad. Wear and Tear wouldn't be bad. I think we have a lot of options here. I like these 10. I don't like these 3, and I've already cut, I think 1 or 2 cards. Yeah, because I brought the Furies in. I would do an Anger the Gods here if you're finding a lot of small creatures. I would do another Fury or 2. I could do Pillages or Shattering Sprees, Wear and Tears. If you're finding life gains needed, Timely Reinforces Auriok Champion. Sanctifier is not bad in a black and red meta. Something like that. Maybe another top finisher, but I probably would stray away from more Awakened Infernos just because the land base is only at 20. You have Manabarbs. You're trying to get in for damage and not cast things with mana. 2-3 with a list that's just way out there. That's what Magic's about sometimes. That's what's fun. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, and since we're on YouTube, don't forget that sub icon and that like icon and whatever else YouTube uses. I hope you comment, maybe leave your thoughts on some suggestions. Remember, this is not quite Red White Lockout. Don't just transform it into, well, play Cascading Cataracts and Flagstones and Pillages and Molten Rains. Don't do that. Embrace Zozu. How else would you attack your opponent's mana base? It's been Fluffy Wolf 2. Happy to conclude this league here on YouTube for a YouTube exclusive. We'll see you all in the next matches.